let's do our Super Bowl prediction. Who's going to win this game and why?
All right. I'm going with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to win this game. It's going to be similar to that to the Super Bowl when Elway finally overcame the Packers and won the Super Bowl for the first time. You know, Andy Reid, I think, might have been on that staff at that point with Green Bay. So I just have a feeling, if you also look at it right now, Kansas City's really going to, I think they're going to struggle with their tackles. You know, they've got a couple of guys that aren't very good that are having to play because of injuries. So I'm going to go Tampa Bay, and I think it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about, I'll say 21-20 or 27-20.
Okay.
Totally agree with the offensive line issues with Kansas City. They're on their fourth string left tackle, and I think fourth string right tackle. Remmers, who was their starting right tackle, had to move over to left tackle. And I don't think he has many career starts. He's mostly being a right side guy. So that'll be interesting with Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul. But I think the Chiefs still win just because I think it's really hard to defend Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. You can take one away, but one you can't really cover in man defense, and the other you can't really cover in zone defense. So I think it's just going to be a hard game for Todd Bowles. And we saw him struggle earlier this year with Tyreek Hill. I think they're going to try and take Hill away, and that will open up Kelce. And I think the Chiefs win. I'd say probably 37-24. I think it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, I think initially it's going to start off, at least in the first quarter, it's going to be like a huge defensive battle. Then it's just going to open up because Todd Bowles and Spagnuolo, when you give them that time to really study your defense, it becomes really tight-knit. So it's really going to be very, very tight. But I still think I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I just can't go against Patrick Mahomes. I can't go against how they look. You know, as much as the Bucs are a really great team, and you know it's always hard to say no against Brady in the Super Bowl, but I just think it's time. It's time for the old man to pass the mantle down, give it to Mahomes. You know, he's got State Farm. He already overtook Aaron Rodgers in the commercials. So, and plus, I think from a narrative standpoint, from a storytelling, it just sounds more great. You know, the NFL really has to prop up their future, and it's Mahomes. And as much as Brady has been the cash cow for them, he's already in it. He already did his part. Now, prop up the future with Mahomes and just plant the seeds for the future. I just think it's going to be – I think it's going to be a close game. No one's going to blow each other out. I could see it being like a weird 2 or 3 score game, like a 28, 25. I don't know, somewhere around that range. But it's just hard for me not to go and pick the Chiefs.
See, these teams played each other late November 29th. They played in Tampa. This is a home game for Tampa. They played each other. And Kansas City won. They won by 3. And in that game, Tyreek Hill went for he had 13 catches for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. Travis Kelce had 8 catches. So they had 21 catches between them. They won by 3. They also had left tackle Eric Fisher in that game, won by 3. Now Fisher's out. Schwartz has been out. That right guard, Duvernay Tardif, that was playing against the Niners, been out. I would imagine that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have a better plan to defend Kelce and Hill, and that they won't catch 21 passes. Also, there's a 30% chance of rain in Tampa, which could affect the passing game a little bit. I'm going with Tampa as well. It was a very, very close game just a couple of months ago. Now you give Brady a second chance. You give Bowles a second chance. I think Bowles is fantastic. And I think Tampa's going to win by about Jack's score. I would say about 27-20. Remember, the Chiefs didn't look that great against the Niners last year. They scored 10 points about halfway through the fourth quarter. That's all they had. I think the Bucs are gonna finish the deal that the Niners couldn't close. I think the Bucs are going to do it. So, Jack, I'm right there with you.
Can I counter that or no?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Well, I just remember that game that the Chiefs got out to a really big lead. I think it was 27-10 at one point, and then they kind of took the foot off the gas, and the Buccaneers came back. And if they're taking the foot off the gas in the Super Bowl, I don't know what they're doing. They should be going out and trying to win outright. And I think the Bucs have to come out hot like the 49ers did last season, taking an early lead. I don't think Tampa can fall behind and come back like they did earlier this season. So they better have that game script, that first 12 plays. They need that to go off right for Tampa.
Yeah, I just don't think Todd Bowles is going to let Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce go for 350 yards again. But maybe he will. And if he does, Chiefs are definitely going to win that thing.
One other thing that's different, another thing that's different is that Mahomes isn't moving the way that he was back in November either with that hurt foot. You got the injured foot, you've got the injured tackles. Vita Vea is coming back now. He'll be playing on Sunday. So there's a lot of reasons that they can give the Chiefs fits.
That being said, the Chiefs are the favorites. Maverick, you're not crazy for picking them. You're just wrong. So it's okay. All right.
I never pick against Mahomes ever. So
that was my basically logic last year, picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. But the Niners didn't have Brady. Had they had Brady, I might have picked them, but they didn't have Brady.